Hello, good morning, my dear students. Myself is Swaran Singh, lecturer civil engineering at Pandit Jagtram Government Polytechnic College, Hoshiarpur. So our subject is construction materials. So today our topic is bricks and tiles. Bricks and other clay products. So today we discuss about the manufacturing of the bricks. In last lecture, we discussed the preparation of brick earth clay. So second topic is our today is molding of the bricks. So this is the operation of the manufacturing of the bricks. Second operation. First is preparation of clay and second is molding of the bricks. So the process of making bricks from the pugged earth with the help of a mold is known as molding of the bricks. After preparing the brick earth, the bricks are molded by the following two methods. Number one, hand molding. Number two, machine molding. So there are two methods, hand molding and machine molding, or molding of the bricks. First is hand molding, the process of making bricks with the help of a mold by manual labor is known as hand molding. The process of hand molding of bricks is done usually through labor, is easily and cheaply available in India. Hand molding is done in the following two ways: ground molding and table molding. ਸੋ ਦੋ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੈਂਡ ਮੋਲਡਿੰਗ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਟਾਂ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਇੱਕ ਗਰਾਊਂਡ ਤੇ ਦੂਸਰੀ ਟੇਬਲ ਤੇ ਉੱਤੇ. ਸੋ ਥੀਸ ਆਰ ਦਾ ਟੂ ਮੈਥਡ, ਗਰਾਊਂਡ ਮੋਲਡਿੰਗ ਐਂਡ ਟੇਬਲ ਮੋਲਡਿੰਗ. So now discuss the ground molding process of making bricks on the ground by manual labor is known as ground molding. For ground molding, a large plot of the ground is leveled, smoothened, plastered with the mud mortar and sprinkled the sand. Before molding, the inside of mold should be cleaned and then sprinkled with the sand for each brick or dipped into water to prevent from sticking the clay inside of the mold. Sand molded bricks have straight and sharp edges and hence preferred. So process of ground molding. For molding bricks, the mold is placed flat on one corner of tabled ground and is sprinkled over with the fine sand. A lumps of prepared brick earth is lifted up and put into the mold with a force and pressed with the hands, so fill all the corner of the mold. The surplus earth above the levels of the mold is removed with a wooden strike. The mold is then lifted up, leaving the made up brick on the ground. This process is repeated till the whole ground is covered with rows of raw bricks. For providing frog on one face of the bricks, molding block or stock board used. ਸੋ ਟੌਪ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਬ੍ਰਿਕ ਦੇ ਫਰੋਗ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਜਿਹਦਾ ਸਾਈਜ਼ ਆਲਮੋਸਟ 11 ਸੈਂਟੀਮੀਟਰ ਬਾਈ 2 ਸੈਂਟੀਮੀਟਰ 2 to 3 centimeter and 2 centimeter deep on the top of the brick earth made by molding block or stock board used. Next is table molding. The process of molding of bricks on a table by manual labor is known as table molding. The process of table molding is similar as ground molding. In this method, the bricks are molded by standing on the table instead of sitting on the ground. The mold is placed to fit stock board and filled with prepared brick earth, and extra earth is removed. A pallet board placed on the mold is then lifted up, leaving stock board. It is then turned upside down and placed on one side of the table. Mold is then removed. Brick is then taken away for drying. Next is machine molding. Process of molding bricks by means of a machine is known as machine molding. When a large number of bricks of good quality are to be made quickly at one place, it is economical to mold bricks in special machine. Such machines are rarely used as labor is cheaply and easily available here. Next operation is drying of the bricks. ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ raw bricks ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਬਣੀਆਂ ਮੋਲਡ ਹੋਈਆਂ, ਚਾਹੇ ਉਹ ਹੈਂਡ ਮੋਲਡਿੰਗ ਹੈ, ਟੇਬਲ ਮੋਲਡਿੰਗ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਮਸ਼ੀਨ ਮੋਲਡਿੰਗ ਹੈ. After that operation, the next operation is the drying of the bricks. raw bricks ਨੂੰ, ਗਿੱਲੀਆਂ ਇੱਟਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਡਰਾਈ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, ਸੁਕਾਉਣਾ ਹੈ. The process of stacking bricks with spaces in between for free circulation of air so as to remove their moisture content is known as drying of the bricks. After molding, it is necessary to dry bricks so that they can be easily handled, stacked in the kiln without being damaged. If they are put into the kiln in damp condition, they are liable to crack and warp at kiln temperature. There are two methods for drying of the bricks. So drying of bricks, as we seen, these bricks are stacked in spacer. Each bricks have also spaced. This figure shows the natural drying of the bricks. जो natural ਸਾਡੇ atmospheric weather air ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ natural method ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ bricks ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ dry ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਧੁੱਪ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ sun heat ਦੇ ਨਾਲ. So this is the form of stacking of the bricks to free circulation of air all around the bricks. Next is natural drying. The process of drying the bricks in open air is known as natural or open air drying. When molded bricks becomes dry enough to be handled, then it is ready for stacking. The bricks are arranged in rows in the form of stack with spaces not less than 10 centimeter between them for free circulation of air. The height of each stack should be equal to 8 or 10 layers of the bricks on edge. The space between two stacks should be kept as 1 meter. The bricks are left to dry from 3 to 12 days. Normally, 1 week is sufficient for drying. Second method is the artificial drying. The process of drying bricks in a special dryer is known as artificial drying. When bricks are required at a fast rate and in a large quantity, then bricks are heated in a special dryer known as tunnel dryer, room dryer or chamber dryer. The raw bricks are carried on trolleys which are passed through drying chamber gradually from one end and are removed in dry form from the other end. The temperature in the drying chamber is less than 120 degrees centigrade. The time required for drying process vary from 1 to 3 days. Next operation is the burning of the bricks. This is the main operation of the bricks manufacturing, is the burning of the bricks to increase the strength, hard, strong, durable, make so it is necessary, essential for the bricks to burn. After drying, the bricks are burnt to make them hard, strong, durable. The bricks may be burnt by two different ways: clamp burning. Process of burning of bricks in a clamp or open kiln is known as clamp burning or the small scale bricks. Second is kiln burning. Process of burning of bricks in a flame kiln or pattha is called kiln burning. So types of kiln. Burning of bricks can be done in any of the following two types of kiln. Number one, intermittent or semi-continuous kiln, a permanent structure in which bricks are burnt at a time again and again is known as intermittent kiln. Second is continuous kiln, a permanent structure in which bricks are burnt continuously is known as continuous kiln. In these kilns, loading, preheating, burning, cooling, and unloading of the bricks are done simultaneously. There are two types of kiln. First, Bullstranch kiln. Second, Hofmann's kiln. Bullstranch kiln, it is made in a trench excavated below ground level. The kiln is rectangular, circular, but usually oval in plan. Its depth vary from 1.5 meter to 2.5 meter. Length of the kiln vary from 50 meter to 100 meter and width from 5 meter to 15 meter. And solid portion in between is 4 meter to 10 meter in width. In oval shaped trench kiln, it divided into 8 to 12 compartments or sections with one passageway in each section. The length of the loaded one section is about 3.65 meter, having 20 to 30,000 bricks in each section. So this is the Bullstranch kiln and sectional view of the kiln where bricks are loaded in the trench, and the chimneys are also showing. The chimneys are installed at the burning section. Then shifted to next further other section after completing this process of this section. So it is Bullstranch kiln having oval in shape, 3.65 meter length, 5 to 15 meter width, 1.5 to 2.5 meter depth of one section or compartment. It contains 20 to 30,000 bricks in one section. So working of Bullstranch kiln or burning, the dried bricks are stacked in the Bullstranch kiln with spaces 1.5 centimeter in between them in the bricks for free circulation of hot gases and for forming fuel galleries at the bottom. Out of the 12 sections, 6 sections are required in one complete cycle of the burning, as loading, preheating, burning, cooling, unloading, and cleaning. So this section, 6 sections are completing one cycle. Same as ready for the other 6 sections for next after it. If burning is in the section 3, then after burning, hot gases passes through into section 2. In the next, the burning take place in section 2. Then preheating is done in section 1. Cooling is done in section 3 and unloading is 4. So this is the main complete section by 6 compartment to complete one cycle of burning. So this is showing the plan of the and elevation section of the kiln and chimneys. The chimneys are movable where the burning is doing. After completion of burning in that section, then it is further transferred to the next section, preheating section. So they are shifted from one section to other section. This is the preheating section. Back is firing zone, stocking holes, and setting green bricks. Air free circulation, drying of the fired bricks. So movable chimney, firing zone, preheating zone, green bricks, cooling zone, drying fired bricks. So this is showing the various operation in the figure. So Hofmann's kiln, it is in circular in plan. It consists of a central chimney, not shifted, placed at one place at center place, around which 8 to 12 chambers or compartment or sections. Each chamber has a door, bay leading outside. Each chamber is connected to central chimney through flues. So ये सारे 8 to 12 ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕੰਪਾਰਟਮੈਂਟ ਸੈਕਸ਼ਨਸ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਇੱਕ ਡੋਰ ਲੋਡਿੰਗ ਅਨਲੋਡਿੰਗ ਲਈ ਜਾਣ ਆਉਣ ਲਈ, and each chamber is connected to the chimney. So working of Hofmann's kiln. There are 12 chambers which are all connected to central chimney through flues. When the chamber 1 is being loaded, chamber 2 are unloaded of burnt bricks. Fresh air enter through door 1 and 2 for heated the cooling bricks in 3 to 6 section and helping the burning of the fuel in burning zones 7 and 8. The hot gases passes through 9 to 12 to dry them. At end of the chamber 12, an iron shutter is closed so hot gases pass through the flue into the chimney through open the dampers. The kiln is called continuous kiln. So this is the main operations of the manufacturing of the bricks, preparation of clay, molding of the bricks, number 3 drying of the bricks, number 4 burning of the bricks, burning through kiln, Bull's trench kiln, Hofmann's kiln. So these are the two types of kiln in that we have to discuss the how the working of the Bull's trench kiln, oval shape, and how the working of the Hofmann's kiln, which is circular in shapes. So thank you very much.